Jesus, the King. Pilate's inscription and God's sovereign plan. John chapter 19 verses 17 to 22, NKJV. 1. Jesus carries his cross and is crucified, 17:18, CV 17. 17 And he, bearing his cross, went out to a place called the place of a skull, which is called in Hebrew, Golgotha. Jesus carried his cross to the site of execution. CV 18. 18 Where they crucified him, and two others with him, one on either side, and Jesus in the center. Jesus and two others were crucified. Jesus was in the center between them. 2. Pilate's inscription. A statement of truth, 1920, CV 19. 19 Now Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Pilate inscribed Jesus' name and the charge against him on a title, placing it on the cross. The charge read, the King of the Jews. In John chapter 12 verse 13, the Jews hailed Jesus, King, after he raised Lazarus, who had been dead for 4 days. This was an astonishing miracle that no one else had performed. Yet, he was neither an earthly king nor a political threat to Rome. Nevertheless, the Jewish leaders later twisted this glorious title to justify his execution. CV 20. 20 Then many of the Jews read this title, for the place where Jesus was crucified was near the city, and it was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. When Jesus was scourged, they mocked him by putting a crown of thorns on his head, and a purple robe on him. John chapter 19 verse 1-2. This time, Pilate translated the title into 3 languages. This also mocked Jesus and the Jews. However, unknowingly, Pilate declared the truth. What was their response? 3. The chief priest's objection and Pilate's response, 21:22, CV 21. 21 Therefore the chief priests of the Jews said to Pilate, Do not write, the King of the Jews, but, he said, I am the King of the Jews. The chief priests opposed the public declaration of Jesus as the King of the Jews. So, they tried to make it seem as though it was merely his own claim. What was Pilate's response? CV 22. 22 Pilate answered, What I have written, I have written. Pilate firmly refused to change the title on Jesus' cross, which declared him, King of the Jews. Though Pilate may have intended it politically or mockingly, his words unknowingly affirmed a profound truth about Jesus' identity. This verse highlights God's sovereignty, demonstrating that even human decisions ultimately align with his divine plan.